Welcome, welcome, welcome. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. Hello, hello. Welcome to Mondays at Microsoft, where we break down the next 2 weeks across the Microsoft world for you with a special focus on modern work, AI, and Power Platform. And maybe we have something even more special for you today. I'm Karuana Gatimu. I'm the director of the Microsoft 365 Customer Advocacy Group, and I am joined by my awesome friend.
Hello, good morning and good day and good afternoon, everyone. I am Heather Cook. I'm Principal Community Evangelist for the Microsoft 365 Customer Advocacy Group as well. Psyched to be here. Yay.
If you're watching on LinkedIn, you'll get your links as we discuss the topics on YouTube. We put them in the segment description right after the show. So, LinkedIn is also where you get our live closed captioning. So, if that's a feature that you'd like to use, why hop over there on LinkedIn and you'll find us on that Microsoft community page.
Right
Well,
on.
it's September. Apparently, summer is officially over. I don't know. I'm not sure I'm down with that. I could have
Right?
used a couple more weeks of summer, actually. We really got gypped here in the Pacific Northwest. It got cloudy early. So we're
Yep.
going to hop into some responsible AI updates. And this is actually very important is our discussion around how to tackle intimate abuse, intimate image abuse, right? And at Microsoft, we know that we have a responsibility to protect people from illegal and harmful online content. This is a real issue, and we want to respect fundamental rights. So we strive to achieve this across our diversity services by taking a risk proportionate approach. On July 30th, Microsoft released a policy white paper outlining a set of suggestions for policymakers to help protect Americans from abusive AI deepfakes with a focus on protecting women and children from online exploitation. We're advocating for modernizing laws to protect victims, and that's one element of our comprehensive approach. We really want to address this abusive AI generated content. Today, we also provided an update on our global efforts to safeguard its services and individuals from non consensual intimate imagery. That's an acronym you may see, NCII, non consensual intimate imagery. The Stop NCII is a platform run by the folks at SWGFL, and they're an award winning nonprofit, a charity out of the UK, the United Kingdom. And they enable adults from around the world to protect themselves from having their intimate images shared online without their consent. Stop NCII enables victims to create a hash or a digital fingerprint of their images without those images ever leaving their device, including synthetic imagery. So you can read all about this subject from our Chief Digital Safety Officer, Christine Grigori, which, by the way, I am so stoked that Microsoft has a Chief Digital Safety Officer. Like that really should help underscore our commitment to this area. And she wrote a fantastic blog, and I think everyone should check that out. So that is our big rock for today. Now, I want you to get your calendars out because there's a bunch of things happening that you're not going to want to miss. First off, you aren't going to want to miss this Monday, September 16th from 8 a.m. to 8:30 Pacific on LinkedIn. Join us all for a special event with Satya and Jared. Satya Nadella, our chairman and CEO, Jared Spatera, our CVP of AI at Work, and you'll learn about the next phase of our Copilot innovation. Yes, we say Copilot all the time, but that's because we're doing so much work there. Their live stream starts at 8 a.m. Pacific, and you can check that out. So we don't want to miss that. Now let's hop over into the product segment with Microsoft 365 and everything that's happening there. Our friends over at OneDrive are having their digital event on October 8th. Now, OneDrive is really important. It's not just about the files that you store for yourself. The innovation and technology that's happening in OneDrive powers a good deal of other experiences as that single pane for all of the files that you have, whether they're in SharePoint, they're shared with you, they're your own files across the different types. You can create files from there. So we want to really know what's happening there. And they're following up on their wildly successful event from last October. You get to join Jeff Teeper, Jason Moore, and the OneDrive team as they give you a first look at the latest in their innovations. Discover what's here and what's coming in Copilot, new enhancements to the mobile app, which I don't know if you're using, but I certainly am, and an improved photo experience and more. So after the event, you'll be able to engage directly with the OneDrive team, and they'll do a live chat-based Q&A, of course, on our beloved Microsoft Tech community, and that's your chance to engage directly with OneDrive product team and get your questions answered from the experts and the makers who are building that product. So it's a really exciting event that was great last year. You don't want to miss it this year. Another important partner that we have inside Microsoft is what we call Microsoft Digital. They are the folks formerly known as Microsoft IT, and we talk about their content all the time in terms of how Microsoft does it. IT, get it? And so it's the 5-year anniversary of the Microsoft 365 Insider blog, and we're excited to announce the move. The Microsoft Insider blog is moving over to the Microsoft Tech community. And the insider journey also really speaks to those folks who come into that community to help us make our products better. They give feedback, they discuss issues that we may see across the services, and we're just thrilled that they're coming and making their home on the Microsoft Tech community. And this new home allows you to engage more with them. There's better collaboration, wealth of resources all in one place. You're going to see more of this. We're really doing a lot of work on the Microsoft Tech community so that it better serves you. It's such a fantastic resource. Make your profile out there so we can find you and folks know who you are. But go take a look at that Microsoft 365 Insider blog on the new tech community and bookmark that so that you know where to find it. Now, lastly, I have to tell you about the Microsoft Loop AMA. I hope you've been following our Loop series. That has been a 5-part series on Microsoft Loop, direct from the makers of that product, produced by our own friend Mark Cashman and the team here in the community studios. They've done an awesome job. And in case you've missed it, we have a little trailer that we want to show you of what you need to go and watch. So roll that beautiful video. I am so excited to have the people behind the scenes of Microsoft Loop.
I love the Loop app from the aspect that you can start messy and you can just freeform it, or you can make it structured. I can work alone. Loop also does a really good job in bringing people together.
That aha moment is the spark that then encourages someone to say, hey, maybe I could work differently. Maybe I could be more effective. Maybe I could be more efficient.
Yes.
Maybe I could be more creative.
What I'm really a fan of is people being able to get work done. Oh, I understand what this can do for me.
Oh, yeah.
That to me is a magic moment.
And one of the things that we know is that meetings are inefficient.
Stay aligned and focus on what has been accomplished and what's left to do.
Let's see how Copilot can help you and your teammates stay on track and up to date.
This learning series has been fantastic. If you don't have Loop in your workflow, I highly recommend you really take a look at it. It fills a particular gap. You can learn all about it in the learning series and ask your questions in the live AMA. That is going to happen this Thursday, September 12th at 10 a.m. Pacific, where, everybody say it together, the Microsoft Tech community. You know where everything is happening. So join us out there because it's going to be a lot of fun. And I always learn from other people's questions. And if you have a question, I guarantee you somebody does as well. So don't be shy. Join us over there for that event. Now, I'm really excited. You know, Heather Cook and I are always trying to dream up new ways to make this show a really valuable use of your time. We appreciate all of you out there who have been watching and have been our loyal audience as we've gone through this experiment and come here into season 2. And we dreamed up something special and then met someone special that made it all happen. Every month, we are going to bring you a security spotlight. Security is such an important part of everything that we do as technologists. And who better than to share that information with us than Virginia Bryant, who is the director of Microsoft Security Marketing. She's awesome. We're going to bring her and introduce you to her. And she's going to share with you all of the basics and then breaking news over time here in Mondays in Microsoft. So everybody give Virginia a warm welcome. Virginia, welcome.
Hi there. Thank you so much for having me. And also, I'm going to check out that Loop AMA. That looks really cool. And that looks like something I could use in my work as well.
All our stuff isn't just for customers. We are our own customer, right? So yeah, sometimes we have to
Absolutely.
learn the new stuff. But I'm really excited you're here. Thank you for coming and sharing everything about security with our audience. We know how important it is. So we really appreciate you joining our crazy Monday at Microsoft extravaganza.
I'm so happy to be here. And as Karuana shared, I'm Virginia Bryant. I'm the Director of Marketing, Brand, and Customer Programs in the security business. I'm very excited to be here today to represent Microsoft Security for the first time on Mondays at Microsoft and to be, a repeat appearing guest. So while I'm new to the show, I'm coming with gifts and some fantastic resources. I really want to start out with the basics since we're new to this segment. So really, what is cybersecurity and why does it matter to you? At Microsoft, we know that everyone plays a role in keeping our digital spaces secure. So whether you're an individual, protecting your personal information or a business leader who's looking to safeguard your critical assets, understanding the fundamentals of cybersecurity is essential. And so you can dive deeper into these concepts through our Cybersecurity 101 guide, where you can learn everything from really what cybersecurity means and what it is to the best practices for staying protected. So you can visit the link that is on the screen here now to get started. And, if you're interested in taking your knowledge a step further, we have cybersecurity learning modules. These are really great. And as someone who's relatively new to Microsoft myself, it was one of the first things I did to really dive in deep, with some great valuable information and come up to speed on the latest and greatest. So these are structured, bite-sized lessons that are designed to help you build and sharpen your cybersecurity expertise. So whether you're new to the field or looking to just hone those skills and enhance those things, explore these learning paths at the link on the screen. And staying informed is really critical, especially in security, because it is ever evolving. It's always are the security tools or the hackers kind of at the forefront. And obviously, we are always trying to stay one step ahead here at Microsoft. That's why I encourage you to follow the Microsoft Security blog. This is where you can find the latest updates, insights, and trends that are impacting the security world, from zero-day threats to the latest security technology that you can use to help keep you safe. So be sure to visit the blog and keep yourself ahead of all of those potential risks. You can find it on the screen here. And finally, we have an amazing community of security professionals and enthusiasts and thought leaders who are ready to collaborate and learn from one another. So I invite you to join us on the Microsoft Security Tech community. Yes, that's right. We have one for security specifically too. So this is where you can engage in discussions. You can attend virtual events. We'll be sharing the latest and greatest blogs that you shouldn't miss, and just a wealth of resources shared by experts and Microsoft employees to help keep you safe. So this is a great place to ask questions, share knowledge that you have and your expertise, and stay connected with your peers. So you can find that on the Microsoft Security Tech community, and we look forward to having you there and engaging with you. So, whether you're just getting started with cybersecurity or you're, really, really up and on it, and you just want to stay abreast of the latest developments, we're going to have you covered. So check out those resources. And as Karuana shared, I will be back monthly. And now that we've kind of covered the basics, we'll be able to start talking about some of the more exciting releases and exciting announcements and latest and greatest coming out of Microsoft. So thank you so much. And I look forward to seeing you again next month. Back to, I think, Heather.
Yeah, I was like, let me give you some of this. Yes, Virginia, that was awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you for being part of our show. And we'll see you soon. So thanks so much. Cool.
Take care. Thank you.
Yay. Hey, everybody. I'm going to jump into some more product stuff around business applications, Dynamics 365, and Microsoft Fabric. A couple things to bookmark. YouTube video series with April Dunham, Gomalema Mohapi, and Eliza Benitez, AI in Action. And this month, they have a new video called Building with Copilot Studio. So they've got great videos that are coming out This one's all about how Copilot empowers anyone to quickly and easily create powerful copilots using guided no-code graphical experience. And so in the video, you can look at how to check out some natural language, which is not coming out of my mouth, and how to actually define the tone, resources, and subject, and all of that good stuff. So that's a great video. You should bookmark them out on YouTube. They have a series, so that's going to be super cool as they go along. Also, there was an economic impact Forrester report that just came out about reducing development times and increasing ROI with Power Platform. So the study highlights a 224% ROI. That's a big one for sure. So 82 million in net present value in a payback period of over 6 months. So another great piece of data or fodder as you're talking about Power Platform in your organization to potentially have a lunch and learn around and talk about how that will impact what you're doing. Very cool out there on the Power Platform blog. And then 2 huge conferences in the Power Platform and Microsoft Fabric space. First, I'll say one that is near and dear to my heart, a show that I helped produce the first 2 years during my time on the Power Platform and Dynamics team, the Power Platform Conference coming up in Las Vegas, September 18th through the 20th, with all the usual suspects. You got Charles Lamana, the corporate vice president over there. We have our president, Jeff Teeper, along with the VP of Power BI and Fabric, Kim Monis, and also the chief questions officer and comedian, Trevor Noah. So you've got a few people definitely be there for those keynotes. It's going to be a great show. If you haven't registered yet, there's definitely room for you to join into that conference in Las Vegas. And then right after that, there is a brand new third-party conference in Europe, the first Microsoft Fabric European Community Conference, FabCon, as they're calling it, Europe. That takes place the 24th through the 27th in September in Stockholm, Sweden. 130 track sessions, 4 keynotes, 10 workshops. You'll hear from CVP Arun Ulag, VP Kim Manis, CTO Amir Netz, and Wangui McKelvey, who is the GM of Azure Data Analytics. And I will also be there as well, speaking and hanging out. And I think I might pop into that Power Platform conference too. So as per usual, you can follow all the features and announcements. There are tons of them in the BizApps and data space by checking out the Fabric Monthly blog. Those updates are put out by our good friend and collaborator, Jason Himmelstein over there. They have just giant lists of all the updates that come out every month. The Power Platform team does the same thing. Clay Wisner over there for Power Apps is always putting out an update monthly as well. Also, there was something in the Power Platform blog that I wanted to pull out. And for Power BI, actually, if you're accessing Power BI on a web browser version older than Chrome 94, Edge 94, Safari 16.4, Firefox 93 or equivalent, you really need to upgrade that web browser anyway, but also to a newer version, because using those outdated browsers, you may not be able to get to features in Power BI. So definitely gotta, and just I think in general, making sure you're upgraded helps with security. So good stuff. Jumping into community events, you can always learn more about our Global Community Initiative, which is a great meeting place for all of those in the Microsoft ecosystem. Everybody is welcome. The link there for MGCI. You can come check out what the program is and then also sign up. We have just launched a new page this summer with all of our newly minted regional leads over there. So the MGCI advisors. So basically we have board members and regional leaders from the community. So non-Microsoft employees who are helping shape what we're doing at the MGCI. And the MGCI is really all about empowering community members to put on those, one-day free events, the hackathons, the community days, say Los Angeles as an example, that is happening this coming Friday the 13th, Community Days LA. So all of those events, all of the templates, all of the how-tos, all of the lessons learned from our amazing event producers, many of whom are our Microsoft MVPs, regional directors, user group leaders, and super users, putting on all of those wonderful events. And if you're like, wait a minute, I want to figure out how to do that. Well, come join the MGCI and learn from your peers, learn from us. It's a really great time. And we have a meeting once a month, a general session where we talk about all kinds of updates from Microsoft. And then we also have specific event trainings on different kinds of areas of how to put on an event, like how to create an event budget. How do I do sponsorship? What's it like to create graphics? How do I create a social plan? How do I hook into those things like Sessionize or Eventbrite? All of those sorts of things. We tackle those, we record everything, and then we put them up on our site for you to use. And also we're putting up more and more templates all the time. And I hear that there is an event playbook that's going to be launched right before Microsoft Ignite. So you want to check that out for sure. So what just happened? Well, we had a little bit of a gap from Mondays at Microsoft. We took our US Labor Day holiday off. So what happened in August and September? As you can see, there is a lot going on as always. And it's all over the world, y'all, right? You've got Copenhagen, you've got India, we've got Dublin, Ohio, Houston, Texas, Hamburg, Finland. Collab Days, I just want to give a shout out to the Collab Days folks. It's another group of wonderful folks who are many MVPs who come together to put on events, just like Community Days, just like Collab Days, just like AMS, just like Experts Live. We've got these groups of people, entities who are putting these shows on and helping each other put shows out into the world for that technical skilling that we're all looking for. M365 Twin Cities, big shout out to them. I would say that they are they are the OG of the SharePoint Saturdays that we had and that now have turned into the community days that you're seeing at communitydays.org. Also, Community New Speakers Day at the London Paddington area. That's a really great event where people are learning how to be speakers and coming together and helping each other figure out how to get on stage maybe for the first time. So that was August and September. And then coming up, we've got a ton of events also in September. In Tunisia, we've got Las Vegas. Shout out to LA where I am. That event's coming up on Friday. Very excited about that. The Baltic Summit, which is another awesome event in Poland. Another Collab Days event in Zagreb, Croatia. Metaverse One's awesome as well. AMP Bordeaux. And then Collab Days Portugal. A bunch of Collab Days coming up this month as well. So those events are all going to be terrific. These are all community-led events, meaning these are all free. So free to attend. Most are in person and have some hybrid and virtual components, but most of these are where you go and actually, go on site, have some wonderful food and learn with each other and network. Also, that will lead us into the paid events coming up in September. And that's Next Gen AI Conference in LA, Cloud Built, the Power Platform Community Conference, like I was talking about, coming up, and Experts Live Europe. That is a huge, wonderful show coming up in Budapest in Hungary. And then also the European Microsoft FabCon Community Conference at the end of the month. So as you can see and hear, there is a ton of stuff going on that you can dip into and be a part of through the MGCI and also on communitydays.org, which is our one-stop shop for all things going on in the Microsoft community as far as events. We also have added this summer a community calls page. So if you were looking for community calls, there's community calls, say, for Microsoft Viva. There's a community call for Power Platform. There's a community call for SharePoint. A lot of these are run by Vesa Jehovanen out of our developer and PNP area for Microsoft 365 and a bunch of new shows coming up as well. So very excited about all of that. So wanted to bring Karuana back and say, hey.
Hey, wow. That's just like, something. I am super proud to be a part of this community that provides so much free skilling all around the globe. I mean, I know I'm a product of the community, so I'm a little bit biased. I get that. But, for those of you out there, especially if you're new to watching this show, like that's free skilling, that's free training for you and your career. Microsoft is an amazing place to make a career because you can keep reinventing yourself, you can keep learning, you can meet fun people, and the community is the place to do that. So, I love that new speakers event, especially because that's where I honed my speaking skills, was in the community at SharePoint Saturdays. I know you did too, Heather.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. And it's just great to see, it's like, I don't think we were talking about summer, I don't know if we actually took a break during the summer because there was a lot going on, but as you can see, there is a lot going on in the fall. And If you have an event that's coming up that you haven't listed on communitydays.org yet, please do. It's super easy to do so. It's free. And if you don't have a website, like a full website yet, it's a great place. You have a web page there where you can put everything, your sponsors, all that stuff. And it's terrific. And shout out to Tom Daly, who I knew you just saw in New York City for that Community Days. Tom and a bunch of folks in that area have been working on the communitydays.org site since its inception. So, and we're adding features to that all the time, and features that you're asking for. There's a whole new way to put sponsors in and actually do your entire sponsorship like call out from there as well, which is super cool. So,
new features coming all the time. And remember, look, I mean, Heather and I, we're kind of chatty. She and I both have this theater background. We enjoy being on stage. We enjoy speaking. We enjoy doing stuff like this. But there's room for everyone in the community. There's a place for everyone. So maybe what you want to do in the community to increase your skills is just take some courses, maybe answer a few questions out in the tech community. Maybe you'd like to write a blog, something of that nature. If you're working towards your MVP, all of these things are welcome activities in the community. And so you don't have to be the person who loves to be on stage or to speak. It's a great way to share your knowledge, because it doesn't matter who else may be talking about your subject. You're always going to bring some unique insights. I used to compare myself to other people all the time, like, oh, they are more technical, or, oh, they do such a great job, they're so popular. Right. Turn that voice down, grab the little volume control for that voice in your head and turn it down and just do you, because you have something that we need to learn from. And I'm using that in the royal sense. And so, get out there and find a place for yourself in all of these events. I mean, we're just excited. It is fall. We're going to be in a mad dash as we go towards Microsoft Ignite. Which is coming this November in Chicago. Going to be very exciting, time to be there. And so much is going on in our technology space. I just know it's going to be a lot of fun. And that team is constantly reinventing the way Microsoft Ignite operates, and the way that we bring community and experts and content to you there. So I'm really excited to see what they have up their sleeve. I know Heather's going to be there. I think I'm going to go too. We'll see if I'm going to get to go. You don't automatically get to go, right? You have to have a thing to do before they let you show up there.
It's cool. The planning for this one is great, and we're in talks with them about community, how things show up, and all that stuff. So we're in the throes of getting all those things nailed down right now. And I would be remiss if I didn't take just a second and just give you a shout out for your promotion, because that's happening. So Karuana got promoted to director, well deserved. And I just wanted to say that on our show because it's awesome, and congratulations and yay, and way to go.
Girl, do not make me cry on TV. Just don't do that. Thank you so much, though. I really appreciate it. I don't think I understood how many people were actually paying attention to such things. Obviously, it's a big thing, but I need to give a shout out to my team. And if you follow me, if you happen to be a friend of mine on Facebook, you'll see that I posted that this promotion is all for my husband, who is such a fantastic partner of mine and really supports me in all of my dreams. And he is wonderful. So I'm going to give him a shout out here as well, because this one's for sure for him and for everybody in the community that has completely supported me along the way. So thank you for noting that, Heather. I appreciate you.
Absolutely. You betcha.
No tears on Mondays at Microsoft. Only smiles, no tears.
And welcome to all of the newly minted MVPs too. That happens every month at Microsoft. And so we have a bunch of new folks in the mix as well across all of our award categories. And so it's always wonderful to welcome all of you into the mix. And for those of you in the M365 space, you'll be working with Lloyd Popmeyer on our team, and in the co-pilot space, Brian Wolford. Also, we have a new team member. Brian Wolford is on our team for MCAG. He came from Fast Track. He's fantastic. He's on the East Coast, and we are super excited to have him work on our technical skilling, our content, and all of that being a great counterpoint and partner for what we're doing. And just really excited to welcome Brian as well, because he's new.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
And now we have an action for you. We need you to share Mondays at Microsoft with your friends. Take
Yes,
our
please.
new page, adoption.microsoft.com, like Mondays at Microsoft. We've got the AKA up there, AKA to MS, Mondays at Microsoft. Share that in your organization. Share that with folks before, during, or after, right? Obviously, this show is available on demand after the fact. We'll be back on September 23rd with even more fun announcements and insights. Stay tuned for more special segments as we continue to expand the show. But definitely share that for us. We would appreciate it. And we want everybody to stay up to date and have some fun on their Monday mornings with us. Thank you so much for joining us. Mondays at Microsoft signing off.
Take care.